In Garden City, Kansas, I visit a Tyson Foods processing plant where the largest meat producer in the world relies heavily on a foreign-born workforce. The vast majority of the 3,000 employees here are immigrants. The early waves of Vietnamese and Latino immigrants are now the veteran employees here. And more recently, refugees from Somalia and Burma have been filling the ranks.
When you came 30 years ago, was it mostly Latino people working at the plant?
Well, I can say probably like a 90% those days. When I started working here, we're talking about 1981.
I used to be just going with my race, Spanish people. Now I have more friends, different types of friends.
Even if you're on the line working, if you look on the right, there's a different person from another country. So it's kind of interesting to have all the cultures come together.
The most important thing is communication. If you can't communicate, you cannot get things accomplished. Especially, teaching them rules, policies, and safeties, and how to get around, get along with other team members.
To keep attracting an immigrant workforce, Tyson has created a number of outreach programs. Chaplain Jonathan Galea shows me the Somali Community Center, which is part of this effort.
For one culture to grow into an appreciation of other cultures, they have to appreciate their own cultures first. And I think there is always that constant need for any culture to gather themselves together. That's empowering for them.
The Adult Learning Center, part of Garden City Community College, takes a different approach. Here, immigrants from different backgrounds all learn English together.
So that is to learn to be, what, secretary or receptionist? Any questions about your resume?
We're going to be more rich in cultures when we let them use their culture and share that culture with us, and we share our culture with them. Then that's going to be a win-win situation because we're going to learn how they're living, and they're going to learn how we live.
If he needs to pay less than 100, then he just needs to come and tell me.
And for newcomers to this country, learning the language is not the only concern. Valia Mendoza is the refugee coordinator here. She shows me some of the different immigrant communities in town.
Okay, here we're outside of Mary Street, and this apartments here is mainly where our Somali families live. And over there in the red apartments where that car's over by the post office is Garden Spot Rentals, and that's where we have mainly our Burmese.
Ibrahim Mohammed is a refugee from Ethiopia. He moved here 2 weeks ago, hoping like so many to find a job with Tyson.
If you don't have job, life is very bad, you see.
Right.
How can you do? It's too heavy. So if we start a job, we help your family, your support or your life, it's good.
How many people come into your office each day and asking
for a job? Oh my goodness, we see about, I want to say about 50 a day. And that sometimes is even more.
What's his name?
Do you think he's going to have a different upbringing than you?
She said, I'm hoping so. He just be educated later when he grow up and be better than me.
But especially our Somalis help each other a lot. So if they see a friend that just moved in and needs help, they will come in and say, hey, you can come live with me until you get a job, until you get your own apartment.
In a town with an ever-changing demographic, the Somalis are now outnumbered by refugees from Burma.
He used to work at Tyson and got his finger, had surgery, and now he's having a difficult time getting somewhere else. So we have some of our refugees come in through our office that come in and ask specifically for our names, and we'll say, well, if you come straight from Burma, how do you know? Oh, well, my friend emailed me or told me. And so from the camp, they're already knowing to come to Garden City. There's people that will help you, is what they say. That does make me proud. It's a big honor.
I leave Garden City with the impression that the promise of jobs can move, form, and reunite communities. And in this case, the result is an unlikely mix of cultures with the common goal of a better future.